No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Herbert from the gun. That's caught for the first. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And, Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end of the season. Wilson with it on first. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, here's Russ. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. The 6-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 11.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Chargers and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Man in motion here. Herbert now to throw on third. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
First down, Chargers.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Neither side. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Completed to Davis. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Play action now for Herbert. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
From the gun on third, it's Herbert. Looking for a target. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Raiders and Russell. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Throw complete to Warren. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. Room to work at the 35. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. 1st and 10 from the 41. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they make the stop, I'm going to say at about the 37-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by, Mother Sprock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's able to power this forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. J.K. Scott on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Raider football. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped by Deion Henley.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. First throw for the backup now. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Complete. It's Myers. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. Carlson to tack on the extra point. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They trail 13-0 here as they go in search of their opening score. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. He finds McConkey. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. He's throwing deep to the left side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback. You know that these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First and 10, it's Pollard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He puts some power on a deep one left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They're throwing it. That's taken in by Tucker. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Fits it through the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the gun here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And their lead will remain at 13.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports halftime reports. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate. Thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an event.
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Herbert on 1st down. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he got him real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down, you get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Got his target. It's Granson. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10, Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll run here on first down. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards. Yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. The play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, LA. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That finds Vele complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes it's breaking the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That's Mayer. He's got it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From midfield now. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Into the hands of Tucker, complete. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for Raiders first.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They give to Pollard from the gun. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers send a wide receiver, Lad McConkey, set for another drive. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Option give here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a gain of 4. And the Chargers will have a first. First and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
They pitch it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. 2nd and 3 now. From the 34. This is hauled in by Myers. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Got a man, Bowers has it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up. It forces the incompletion.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on fourth down, and they move those chains. They are throwing it again. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas first down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. On second down, Warren. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Flush down now to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Raiders make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds McConkey. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Finding Davis. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Completed to Davis. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. This ball's caught by Palmer. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. throwing again. Escapes out to the left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Here he is to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. To throw. Need this to force overtime. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots at the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And with